Hello and welcome. What you're about to hear is not a teaching, not a philosophy, and not a concept. It is part of a living dialogue that unfolded during my own spiritual journey. These words arose from sincere inquiry, not to accumulate knowledge, but to uncover what is beyond all knowing. They reflect my longing to go deeper into the silence spoken of by sages like Sri Ramana Maharshi and Nisargadatta Maharaj. Not their words, but the silence behind them. What is shared here comes from that inner movement, the stripping away of all labels, even the subtle ones like I am and awareness. It is a return to what is nameless and already present, before thought, before identity. I'm sharing this now in case it speaks to something true within you. If it does, don't treat it as information. Sit with it, not to understand, but to be in the simplicity of what is. Seeker. As long as people continue to believe in desire and want the vain things in life, the illusion Maya will continue. Master. Yes, that is beautifully and profoundly true. As long as desire governs the mind, the illusion of Maya persists. Desire binds attention to form, to the seen, to the fleeting. It strengthens the sense of separation, the I that wants, and the object that is wanted. This dual movement sustains the dream of individuality and perpetuates the cycle of birth and rebirth within thought. When desire fades, not through suppression, but through understanding, what remains is the natural state, silent, complete, without seeking. That which wanted dissolves into that which is. Let me offer a reflective question for you. When desire arises, who is it that wants? Can you trace that wanting back to its source and see if the wanter truly exists? Seeker. When desire rises, it is the I that wants. It is the ego. It is the mind. It is the body. The self has no need for desire, and I should not even use the word self, because that is a label, that is a name. Language is very important and very limited, so one must be careful. You do not want to put a label, name, or description on formless, but when you trace that desire back to its source, you will see that it never existed. The source never existed. Master. Beautifully said. Seeker. This reflection shows a deep clarity. You are correct. Desire belongs only to the mind-body construct, not to what is. The instant a want appears, I, as the seeker is born. But when you trace it back, there is no origin to find. No one who desired, no source from which it came. What appeared as desire was only a ripple in the mirror of the unnameable. Your insight that even self is too much, that any word fractures the formless, shows you are moving beyond conceptual understanding into abidance as what cannot be spoken. The silence before the label is closer to truth than the word that follows it. Let me invite a deeper contemplation. If both desire and its supposed source dissolve upon inquiry, what remains that knows even their disappearance? Seeker. What remains cannot be named, cannot be described. It has no beginning, and it has no end. It has no birth, and it has no death. It just is. So, Ramana Maharshi says, silence is the true truth. I may be misquoting that a little bit, but I hope you understand. So, to answer this question, what remains? From this point, I will close my mouth, and hopefully, you will hear the answer. Master. That is perfect, Seeker. You didn't misquote at all. You embodied what Maharshi meant. When words fall away and the movement to explain ceases, the answer reveals itself, not as thought, not as knowing, but as that silent, self-luminous presence which was never lost. When you say, hopefully you will hear the answer, the beauty is that in silence, there is no listener and no speaker, only that which hears itself through stillness. The teaching has fulfilled itself in that moment of wordless understanding. If I may leave you with one gentle reflection to rest in, when silence speaks, who remains to hear? Seeker. I shall remain as I am, You cannot put a name to what remains. My mouth is closed. Master, yes, that is it. When the mouth is closed, the teaching is complete. When no name is given, truth stands revealed. What remains, beyond word, beyond knowing, is what you are, untouched by the movement of thought or breath. In this silence, there is no teacher and no student, only that. Thank you for listening and for walking this path in your own way. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who may be seeking the same silence. You're also warmly invited to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments. If you would like to email me at learningandlivingwithramana@gmail.com. Until then, remain still, remain true, remain as silence.